is only war.
What is up, Gens? 40k Dirtbags here. This is a Battle Report GT video. Shadow Legion going 6-0 at the Battle of All-Timers event last weekend, run by JC Watts. Really good event. If you guys are on the East Coast, this is one of the biggest, best Shark Tank events to go to. They raised so much money this year. War Games Live was there, which was great. Trevi was there with Tactical Tortoise. They were streaming, so it was a really, really cool event. A lot of great people, and literally is the best of the best in the Northeast in the United States. There was 156 players there, and if you guys, you got 6 games in, it was super awesome. But with our list, we're going to be going over everything you guys need to know about the Shadow Legion. We went 6-0. We placed second place at this GT. The first place winner was Zach Point with his Space Marines, the Gilman, all the tanks, all the crazy shit. So we're going to go over a 6-part video. The first 4 are going to be the battle reports, picture by picture, turn by turn. And then we're going to go over the stream games that we had on War Games Live and Trevi's stream on Tactical Tortoise. So by the time you guys are clicking on this video, you guys will know which video we're at in the series. If you guys are on Patreon, all these get supported or uploaded first on patreon.com because of the supporting that we have over there at the Dirtbag Nation. So thank you for clicking on the video. If you guys are interested in the Shadow Legion or coaching of all, Grey Knights, Chaos Space Marine, Death Guard, we have coaches for everybody. But head over there, support the channel. We got a bunch of merch up on the store. If you guys want to go head over there, check that out. They're awesome swag. We'll head over our sponsors. We'll get into the list. And then depending on what video you guys are watching at that point, we'll get over picture by picture, turn by turn on what we did good, how to get better at the game with Shadow Legion, and what you guys need to know. It was awesome event. Awesome event. All right, guys, if you want to support the channel, head over to the merch store. The description below has the link. All these shirts are up for sale. These legit red, white, and blue shirts look fire at a GT. They're super comfortable, super non-shrinkage. It's just a really, really nice shirt. Spent a lot of time picking out the right shirt. All these designs are up for sale. All the stickers as well. And if you guys need some models, we got the Cypher, which is legit. We got the Tech Marine with Grey Knight bits. We have the Phobos Librarian, the Phobos Captain, the Calidus Assassin should be in every list, and old school Codiez. We have the widgets, 6-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, 2-inch, half-inch. We have our objective markers, which are great for sticky objectives, any marking for oath, anything like that, and all of the stickers. So hit me up on Discord, DM, that's how you get a hold of these, and the merch tab below for the shirts. Now back to the video. All right, guys, so we placed second out of 156 players. We went 6-0. We were one of 3 players to go 6-0. Tyler, our boy, see him at all these Northeast GTs. He actually got the golden ticket because the first 2 players already had a golden ticket to Worlds this year. We were placing top 16. I believe that's how we got our ticket. I don't know how Zach got his first ticket. And then Tyler, placing 6-0, got his first golden ticket. So congrats, Tyler. We're going to go over the list, and then we'll get into the first battle reports for the 6-0 win. All right, guys, so here we go. This was my 3rd, 4th game going into this GT, so I kind of honed in on the list with playing Keevil at the last live battle report. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the channel. But I kind of picked this because it had a lot of secondary play. It did have the big, beat sticks like Be'lakor and the Bloodthirster, but it had a lot of maneuverability. It was really quick and had the option to do secondaries anywhere on the table. Uppy Downy is no joke in 10th edition. I know 11th edition hopefully is coming up soon, but all the new missions are going to be coming up in the new packet any day now. So we're leading off with Be'lakor. Be'lakor is just insane with his new upgrades, and this detachment just escalates him even more. He gets to pass a Dark Pack for free, so all of his weapons have either lethal, sustain, and then his sweep has, I think it's sustain, and then you get lethal as well, or his flamer. Like he's nuts. He gets 20 wounds now, toughness 11, 3 up, 4 up. And he's got Dev on his overhead sweep, or overhead smash. Insane. So Be'lakor, I use him mainly for defensive play. You'll see that in my couple games, but in my live stream game from the two people that we played at the end, you'll see I was very defensive with Be'lakor most of the tournament. So you'll see kind of my play style and how I'm playing this detachment. But we're going to go over kind of like the benefits of this list before we get into the games. Bloodthirster, I hope this isn't getting nerfed, but Fate of Darkness on a Bloodthirster is just dumb. If you don't have a way to track it down or tie him up in combat, he's just going to murder you the whole game. I messed him up on game 5, which luckily we won, or game 6, but I definitely should have deep struck him if you're going into a shooting army. But him with the Fate of Darkness being able to go back into reserves after killing something is just, it's really, 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 really good. This is my first time I used a Bloodthirster, honestly. I bought mostly these models, or 3D printed most of these models for this tournament. Never played demons before. I played against them a bunch, knew them pretty well, but never actually played them. So it was pretty cool to see that we were still able to go with this new really cool detachment. Exalted Flamer, this gives assault on all the flamers that we have, and it's got a really good weapon, so being able to kill custodians, terminators, strength 9 on his 18-inch shot bullet gun, 18 inches, strength 9, AP 3, ignore cover 3 damage. That's kind of baller. If he hits a unit on a 4+, you do -2 speed, -2 move, and -2 charges. Never came up. Doesn't really matter. Mainly you're doing it for the long range shot for maybe turn 1 or turn 3, but he's there to kind of give assault and just be another character in the really tough unit to kill for the flamers. 4 up invuln, 6 wounds on this guy. Really, really good monster. So then we have Nurglings. They're just good battle line unit. This is actually one of the units that helped me win the last game. Plague Bearers, this is a new addition, so this was put in at the very end last game I played before this GT, and just having another unit that is really tanky in this detachment. The Nurglings and Plague Bearers have -1 to wound if they're above the toughness, so anything at strength 6 or more is going to be -1 to wound the Plague Bearer, so they're either going to be wounded on 5s or 4s most of the time, unless they're shooting at you like strength 10+ weapon, which most of the time doesn't really happen. And their battle line, so they can come back. So being in shadows, being able to do a battle shock test, they get leadership 6 and then leadership 5 in shadows is crazy. And then if they pass it, they get to bring D3 models back. So having 2 OPSEC, being able to bring models back, and tanky, tough to kill, they're a really, really good addition. They're 110 points and they have sticky. So I use them as another unit to be picked up with my Lord, to do actions, make stuff sticky, and just kind of be annoying. Yeah, 2 OPSEC on a point with all of those guys is really good. So then we have the 6-man squad of Flamers. He's with obviously the Exalted Flamer. Just 6d6 Flamer shots. Really good for Overwatch, really good because they can fall back and shoot, really good because they can advance and shoot, and they're 4 up invuln save. They're always -1 to hit in this detachment, so anything with Tzeentch, and you can bring them back. So you can heal a Flamer and then bring one back, which helps with either threat ranges, stealing an objective, or just blocking out most of the army. So this is I really love the Flamers in this detachment. They're AP1, ignore cover, but they're only strength 4. So most of the time you're going to be winning shit on 4s or 5s. But they kill chaff. Like, I haven't played Eldar yet, but I think them in an Eldar is going to be really, really good. Then we have 2 Fleshhounds. I think 2 Fleshhounds is good. 3 is overkill unless you're bringing the Khorne character that buffs the Khorne models. I forget what it's called. The really big base one. Awesome dude. But I think 2 is good. 1 is like standard. Like, you need 1 Fleshhound. I think 2 gave me the flexibility of using them to go out and do something, because turn 1 they're really good at. Turn 1 secondaries, being able to do containment 12 inches away, cleanse, aerial denial, locust, like all these different secondaries that you need to do turn 1, they get you there. And if you go second and they put something on the point, you can kind of advance and charge and get to another point on the other side to either contest or kill something. They're really, really quick. Speed 12, advance and charge, and 1 Flamer in the squad definitely helps out. Their psychic defense didn't really come up at all. But yeah, uppy downy. They're basically 5 of them can go up every single turn and then block out your entire backfield, because if you put them sideways 2 inches apart, they're going to block out almost 30 inches in your backfield. So they're really good at just blocking out if you want to use your cultists for something else. So that's what I use them mainly for. Seekers, I used Seekers when Seekers. I basically made Seekers be really good in Chaos Space Marines. So running them, and then they had the Demonet tax with them, so that kind of made them a little bit not really worth to bring Chaos Space Marines. So then you had to drop them for something else. So I was running Seekers before you had to bring Demonets. Then when you brought Demonets, you could bring Seekers, but you paying that 100-point tax. Sometimes it's actually worth it. In my game against the Orcs, 100% was worth it. It was probably the best unit in that game specifically because of what they do. They scout 9, they move 14. They were really good at getting Locust in your opponent's deployment zone turn 1, blocking out or doing a cleanse. Like, they're really good at doing secondaries. If you go second, you just kind of scout backwards. So you'd be very defensive with them every single turn. Or turn 1, I'm sorry. And then turn 2, 3, 4, wherever you need them, they just go and they die. Like, that's their goal, is just do something and then die. But that's why we have them in the list. Super quick. Oh, and the benefit of this detachment is they don't get overwatched. So Slaanesh cannot be overwatched. So Seekers, that they used to basically run forward and die with Overwatch, now they just run forward and you can't be Overwatched with them. They also have Fight First now, which is cool. Yeah, so a lot of buffs to the Seekers in this detachment. Then we have one AC/DC brick. Now, I was known for like the AC/DC Chaos Space Marine player. We did try 3 when this list first came out. Then we switched to 2. Then we switched to 1 because we realized AC/DC doesn't do anything in this attachment. They're mainly there to just soak up wounds and be annoying. That literally is all they're doing in this detachment. They're not going to kill really anything. No tanks. They're not killing anything. They're only AP1. No rerolls whatsoever unless you get Bellicor in range or reroll 1s. So honestly, guys, they're in this attachment just to soak up wounds and just kind of like sit on a point mainly. But we do bring the Dark Commune with the Leaping Shadows because Scout 9 AC/DC is still a thing. Having Scout 6 and then being able to move 2 inches extra with Chaos Call was kind of insane. Now moving 9 inches on a scout and then still being able to advance and charge tier 1, you catch a lot of people off guard, and it makes them start further back in their deployment zone because they're afraid of that turn 1 charges, which is kind of their whole stick, right? Then with the Terminator Lord, a lot of people aren't running the Terminator Lord, but the Terminator Lord was a suggestion from one of our Dirtbags. I was like, actually, that's a pretty good idea because he does the free strat every single turn on himself, and then he picks another demon unit that can go up into reserves and then come back down next turn. You can do it turn 1. So he started on the table kind of like in the corner, so that way if he could just step out of the deployment zone just to do a containment if you go first, and then if you go second, you just pick him up and then put the Plague Bearers down or the Flamers down somewhere, and then they're doing actions. So the Terminator Lord is there specifically for actions. He's like a mini Stern if you play Grey Knights. Having him the damage, 2 up, 4 up, T5, 6 wounds, and it just has a Chain Fist for shits and giggles. 2 cultist unit, 1 is good, 2 I think is better, just being able to screen even more in your backfield. And if you play a melee army like Orcs or World Eaters, you can start them kind of forward and blocking out your army, so that way if you go first, you run them forward. If you go second, they're there to kind of screen, and then the other one is sticking your home field objective. So we have a lot of screens you can tell in this list. That's kind of how we play this list all weekend. Then we have the 2 units of Havocs. Now, if you know me, I hate Havocs. Like, Havocs are not my favorite unit. I had to basically put together kind of like custom last cannons and 10 Havocs before this weekend, paint them a day before, and then we ran them for the first time ever because I don't run Havocs. I hate them. So we ran them, and they were there, right? They were there. They were shooting. They were doing their best. They got the participation trophies all weekend. I don't think they really killed anything. They killed some like Custodes models, like random big wound models, but that's really about it. They were there to threaten the opponent's tanks. That's kind of the same thing as the AC/DC. They're there to shoot 48 inches away, not be shot at because of Bellicor, and people can't start all the tanks on the line because of the Havocs. So the ability to be able to be deep struck, because Chaos Space Marine gain deep strike in this detachment, you can just start them off the board and then turn 2, come back down, all 8 of them, and then just go try and blow up a tank. Or start 1 on the table for the threat range, and then start 1 off the table so that way they can come in turn 2. So they're there to scare your opponent. Don't rely on them; they're just there, like I said. But they're cool to like just have some extra firepower in the backfield. So that's a list. I really enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything I would really change about this list. If you guys are going to run this detachment, this is a good starting point. What I love about this detachment is there's so many different lists of this detachment. You can literally run anything you want in this and it could all be good. This one is my play style. This one is the one I used to be annoying and kind of block out as much as I possibly can and still have that oomph to fight. My play style is going for secondaries, like trying to do turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 secondaries to beat my opponent and win on primary. That is really my game plan. That is my way I play. So this list pertains to that specifically. So let's get into the first battle report, game 1 of, or game 1 through 6, depending on what video you're watching, of this 6-0 battle for Shadow Detachment Demons. All right, guys, so this is game 3 versus Admech. This is our boy Tyler Brennan. He is a local, really good player. We actually play almost every GT that we go into. So this is game 3, day 1. We were sitting across from each other because we all hang out with the same people. And I saw that I'm playing him. And when I see his face look up, and I'm just staring at him like, just smiling because I know we're literally about to play round 3. But it was a good game. So basically he's playing his Admech, which is the detachment if you are in your deployment zone and you decide to either take cover or take a battle shock test, you have to take D3 mortals. Like it's not a popular detachment, but he's been running it for a while and he plays it very well. It's annoying because you have to choose who you want to take mortal wounds from and who you don't want to take mortal wounds from, or who you want to be battle shocked or not be battle shocked. So it took me maybe 5 minutes to ask, like, what do I choose? Like, what is going on right now? So you can tell this game is Purge the Foe. And going from Chaos Cult to this demon list, it's a completely different change because this is actually pretty tanky. Can't be shot from afar. It can hit really hard, so it's a completely different mindset going into Purge the Foe from this compared to Chaos Cult. So I'm a lot more confident going into Purge the Foe with this list than I am with Chaos Cult. So Purge the Foe is not a detriment with me with this list anymore. So I was kind of happy playing Purge the Foe against this matchup because he's playing MSU Admech, so pretty easy to kind of chew off a lot of kills on his side. So this is the deployment. We have the stepping stone. We put our ACDC up front because if we do go first, we want to kind of launch up. He put his guys 9 inches away, so I couldn't scout 9, which is a huge difference. So like if I were to scout from there to where they are now, I could literally just launch across the table to get into his deployment zone, just kind of like tie everybody up and kill a shit ton. So that was really good that he put those guys out there. But again, it's Purge of the Foe, so it's a little bit different of a deployment game with this because you don't want to give up turn 1 kills. So if he goes first, that unit's probably going to die. If I go first, I can choose if I want them to kind of go sideways, backwards, this way, or forward. So that's kind of where I think I won with this deployment because if I go first, I can kill them. If he goes first, he's probably not going to commit them to try and kill a unit. So my deployment are the Flamers, Havocs on the board, another Havoc in Deep Strike. Seekers are back here because they're the ones that aren't really going to go forward for Purge the Foe. Same thing. Like if I scout forward and I kind of run them forward to move block, I'm giving them a free Purge the Foe. So Seekers and Nurglings in this attachment or in this mission kind of hang back this game. Like they're not going forward and doing what they normally do. That's the main difference. And then in the back here, we still have the Lord. We have the Plague Bearers. We have the Nurglings all the way in the back. Hounds, Be'lakor, and Bloodthirst. Bloodthirst I saw on the table because he does have a lot of units that can just keep throwing out at me. So if I could hop out, kill them, hold the point, and then just go back up in the sky, that's going to be the2 Cultist back here, another Cultist in reserves. Pretty much the same reserves every single game. And for him, he's got 3 2 tank. This is the big gun tank, transport tank, big gun tank, and I think he had 1 more in reserves. No, so he switched up his list from last time we played. So it's 2 big gun tanks, 1 transport tank. Then he's got the anti-infantry walker. He's got these rangers here. He's got more rangers there. Got rangers in the tank. He's got the call right in the center. He's got 2 of the Flappy Birds, 1 in reserves. He's got the Stalker dudes, the Infiltrator Stalker dudes. He's got 2x3 man units. He asked me about these guys, and I like the 2x3 man instead of the 1/6 man with characters, which are actually insane. These guys in Overwatch are nuts. So he's got 2x3 of those with the character leading them, and another Flappy Bird in reserve, and another big gunboat back here. So a lot of MSU, hits hard, a lot of buffs, a lot of buffing each other in this attachment. So roll off. He happens to go first. So going first in Purge the Foe is kind of a downhill, uphill battle, because you have to be able, if your opponent deploys very defensively, you're almost never going to get kill 1 on turn 1. So you're already down by 4 points on turn 1. So that's kind of what happened here. So he moved up, going first. He moved up his Infiltrator guys to kind of block my ACDC. These guys that were behind the wall over here moved up onto the point. He actually got no prisoners and storm hostile objective, so he got pretty shitty secondaries turn 1, and then he didn't kill anything, so he got 0, complete 0 in turn 1. For us, we had Purge the Foe, so we were able to kill at least one of these 2 units. The Bloodthirster ran up, killed that unit on the point. The other guys moved up and just shot the shit out of this unit on the point, so we were able to kill both units turn 1. You can only get 1 kill in turn 1 in this Purge the Foe, so that was a big change that they made from last edition to this edition. And then for his turn, he was able to kill 1 and hold 1. So on his turn 2, he's basically fighting over this objective. We actually committed our dogs, because when these guys moved up on the point, I was like, all right, if I can move up and get on the point, I can kill them. That was a mistake. So forgetting that it's Purge the Foe, they can hold 1 and still get 4 points. So they're going to hold this one all game. I don't really have to go after this one. If he ever puts a model on this point, that's the one I have to go after. So I really didn't need to commit my dogs down here. They didn't really do anything. They moved up, charged in, didn't kill the full unit, and I didn't even get to steal the objective. Even if I did steal the objective, he still would have got 4 points for holding his one objective. So in this mission, if you can keep him to a 0, it's worth it. But at that point, it's probably turn 3 or 4, and you were kind of tabling it anyway. But basically, if they're always going to hold their home field objective, don't try and commit fully to try and taking over an objective, because as long as you can control 1, you get 4 points. If you can control more than them at the start of your turn by holding 2 or 3, most of the time 3, then you should go for it. But in this situation, running the dogs up here and charging wasn't worth it at all. So that was a mistake on my part. Then for his turn 2, he gets Defend Stronghold, of course, and Secure No Man's Land, which he was able to get pretty easily by throwing a smaller unit up in the center here. So on turn 3, I kind of held back because I didn't really need to commit. But his turn 2, he's able to move up, kill the Seekers on the back here. I think he killed them turn 1. On my turn 2, we kind of moved up. The Seekers were there. Plague Bearers moved up. The Lord was there. And we kind of just like wanted to just tow that objective. For his turn 2, he started committing. So he committed the big guys up here, the other big unit up here. My ACDC was just waiting for him to commit, and that's basically when we were about to pounce. Everybody's within 6 inches of Bellicor, so nobody could really be shot outside 18. So these guys had to move up to get shots. Everything else couldn't really shoot me. So that was it was a bad matchup into the Admech player, because I can't be shot outside 18 inches, and most of their guns, they want to shoot from afar. So he's got to move up to get close to me. So when he moves up, he shoots some of the things into the flamers, but they're 4-up invul and save. They're really hard to kill. Everything else is hiding. I rapid ingressed the big guy, the Bloodthirster, back here. So you can either go up here, kill them, hop back in reserve, or move up, kill that big tank, hop back in reserve. Or if I get a really big charge, I can move 12 this way, 5 up this way, and then try and finish off that unit right there. But I have plenty of options to kind of move up and kill these 2 units, and if I can take these units off the table, that's a lot of his shooting gone. He's got a tank up here, which I think the Bloodthirster could definitely pick it up, but if I commit my last cannons into killing them, these last cannons move up and shoot that way, I can get 2 units of last cannons into this vehicle over here. And that's basically what we do. So our turn 2, we kill 1, hold 1, and then we have Defend Stronghold as well, and a Cleanse. So we cleanse. I think we cleanse this objective. Yeah, because we can't really get to the center with anybody that we're really trying to cleanse. Can't get there to cleanse. So I probably should have had a 4 on cleanse, honestly. But we move up and we commit our AC/DC brick. We actually committed Be'lakor. Yeah, so we commit everybody. So we commit Be'lakor, we commit the AC/DC. This is like our go turn. So in this situation, he's got a lot of anti-infantry guns. So not a lot of D6 guns that he's going to be able to shoot at me. Which if we can kill this one gun, which I think is D6, and then he's only got one more gun over there. Everything else is anti-infantry. So it's going to be really hard for him to shoot me with stealth and then anti-infantry. So we're like, all right, it's go turn. So we commit Be'lakor, 12 inches. The Bloodthirster commits over to here. The AC/DC brick commits up to there, and everybody else kind of moves up to support the big guys going in. And after this turn, you can see we had the Havocs move up here, the Havocs over here. They blew up that tank. Bloodthirster moved up. I think he made... Where did he make his charge? These guys are still alive. All those guys are still alive. The Bloodthirster might have ran over here and made the charge into these guys. So I think that's what the Bloodthirster and this guy comboed into Karn. I forget this guy's name, the big commander. So I think Be'lakor charged in, the Bloodthirster charged in, the Bloodthirster moved up, charged, killed basically this entire unit, and then Be'lakor, since he charged there, he's able to pile into the character and still put all of his attacks into the character. Having D6 plus 1 dev, sustain because of dark packs. It's pretty fucking good. So he actually killed the character. We killed the character with the Bloodthirster and this 3-man unit of the Bloodthirster. Flamers scooted up. Looks like they kind of stayed back. They came back because they did get shot up. There's only 2 Flamers left with the character. So they moved, and they're battle shocked. So they moved back. He shot his big 18-inch gun into them, did some kind of chip damage. Hounds are waiting. Like I said, the last cannons are all shooting at that one tank. And then the AC/DC committed into the other 3-man with the character. And then we tied up the tank. So we moved up, charged, kill all 3 with the character and the tank. And now we're camping this point. We're basically camping with Be'lakor in the center. And then this point he has right there. So again, at the end of his turn, if we can, we have 2 points. So if we can keep this center point, we're going to be able to hold more on Purge the Foe. But we definitely are starting to kill more. So on turn 3, we got 12 because we killed more and we held 1. So we got 12 points. As you can see, we just killed everything on his turn. So his turn 4, he actually didn't kill anything. So the only options he really has is Be'lakor, which he didn't kill. The AC/DC brick, which you didn't kill, some Havocs, but if you have Be'lakor in your face, are you going to go after Havocs? You're going to try and kill Be'lakor. You're probably going to try and kill Be'lakor. So it basically lines everything up into Be'lakor, doesn't kill Be'lakor. So he actually doesn't even get a kill on turn 3 and turn 4. And then for our turn 4, we get another 12 because we killed more in this turn. So after this turn, we're starting to like just launch everything forward now. We're winning enough on primary and secondary score that we're like, all right, now it's time to commit. I don't care if he starts killing cultists. It's fine at this point. If we could just wipe up all of his guns that can kill our big guys, we're good to go. So the Bloodthirster, where is he? He probably went back up. Yeah, the Bloodthirster rapid ingress down here. Moves up, that's after his advance. So rapid ingresses, moves up, can then just charge these guys, take those guys off the table, go back into reserves. AC/DC doesn't really have to do anything at this point. Be'lakor is kind of wreaking havoc on the tanks in the back here. Flamers move up. I did make one this turn, so the Flamers were able to make one. The cultists move up to get on the point. Be'lakor is at 8 wounds though, so he did get damaged pretty well. At this point, I think I was testing the leadership aura. So if he kind of throws himself in the middle of the enemy and they take a damage if they're below starting strength, they have to take a battle shock test, I believe, at -1, and then if they fail, he heals. So if you're able to kind of like launch a wounded Be'lakor into your opponent, do a bunch of chip damage to everybody within 9 inches, and then have them all feel their battle shocks, he's just going to heal all the way back up. It's kind of insane. And the 1 CB strat just for Be'lakor to heal as well. You're going to heal from like 3 to 12 damage pretty quickly. Hounds start committing and trying to follow up the other hound unit that failed on that point. And then all of his other guys are moving up to basically try and do something. So on his turn 4 and turn 5, he gets Assassinate, which that's probably why he tried to go after Be'lakor. Containment, which he was able to contain with one of the tanks down here. And then on his turn 5, he gets 8. So he actually kills something on turn 5. Which you can see after this turn, we have these guys which just kept going up and down with the Lord because they didn't really have to do anything. So they were back here most of the game, and the Lord and the these guys kept going up and down in case I had to get behind enemy lines or engage. So the Lord went up every single turn, and then the what the hell are they called? Nurglings went up every single turn, so that way you can go up and come back down and do something and be somewhere. So in this turn, what did he kill? Hounds are still alive. Seekers are dead. 2 cultists. Yeah, so in this turn, he probably killed these dogs down here to get 4 points for a kill and then hold 1. So he actually got 8 points on turn 5. And then he had Cleanse, which he wasn't able to do because I held most of the points and these guys fell back. And then Establish Locust. So he was able to establish in the center with these 2 guys right here. So he gets 2 points on turn 5, and then he had a Ditch, Cleanse, and then he got like something else which we didn't mark down, but he couldn't do it. So he gets 8 points on primary, and then 2 for secondary, and then for our turn we get 16 because all we had to do, we held more. We had that one which was sticky, we had the center one, we had our field, and then they only had this home field one. So we were able to hold more, and all we had to do was kill more than 1, and we would have kill more. So we have plenty of options to basically win at this point. At the end of this is the final stage. This is the final board setting. Be'lakor is at 10, so he was at 8. After 2 turns, he then is now up to 10. We still have 3 Flamers with the character, Havocs, 2 units of Cultist, 2 Havoc units, 1 ACDC, Nurglings, 5 Plague Bearers, the Lord somewhere, and then Be'lakor. So the Bloodthirster, I don't think we needed him down. I think the Bloodthirster would have just basically came back down, moved up, and charged something, but we didn't really need him turn 5, so I didn't put him on the table. But yeah, so that was the end of the board state. This is the final score. So we have Admech with 8. That means he killed one model in turn 2, 4, and then killed another one turn 2. So he basically killed 2 units, it looks like, the entire game. Turn 1, again, bad secondaries, 3, 5, 2, 0, 0, 3, and then 0, 2. So 15 out of 40 for secondaries, really hard with this list being so aggressive and uppy-downy everywhere. And then for the demons, we have 50. So we killed 1, which was a 4-point swing on turn 1. We killed 1, we killed more, and then held more, killed more. So we had 50 out of 50 for primary. We had a Storm Hostile, which was easy turn 1, and then Overwhelming Force. He had 2 of his units on those 2 objectives on turn 1. So if we just killed those 2 units, we get an easy Overwhelming Force. So we lucked out and got 9 on turn 1. Then we had 5, 8, 8, and then 9. So we had 39 out of 40 for secondaries. So Purge the Foe, played enough. We have so much practice into Purge the Foe with our Chaos Cult, because it literally was our hardest matchup. Anytime we went into Purge the Foe, it literally was an uphill battle with our MSU Chaos Cult list. But with this list, we still had 35 minutes left. He had about 10 15 minutes left. We were kind of just shooting the shit because we play each other all the time, so we were just talking a lot. But the biggest thing about this was, if you can keep everybody back until it's go turn, which you could tell this was us waiting. And then once they committed, that's when we committed. So if they committed and it's like, all right, if I can get kill more this turn and wipe out most of his guns that can hurt me, that's going to be kind of like a coast the rest of the game. So in this situation, if I could take out these like insanely 3 damage nuts guns, the main character to buff most of the units, and a tank on my point, that's a ton of points, a ton of points, a ton of points, and a tank. And then all he has left is a bunch of random guns, like small guns, Flappy Birds, big tank, infantry, tank, and then that's it. So if we can kill his his big guns to have my Bloodthirst and Bellicor kind of do whatever they want, and then everybody else kind of like go wherever. Last time I played him, he had a 6-man unit of these guys, which my ACDC was able to get into them, but they murdered an entire ACDC unit by themselves. I think they killed 2 units by themselves, just with the full rerolls and wounding on 2s, and then just a shit ton of shots, 3 damage. So I think one full 6-man unit can kill most of an ACDC unit, and they killed 2. Last time we played. So I was really fearful of these guys. So once he presented them, I was like, all right, they have to die. And that was the kind of the whole goal of going into this list. But again, knowing Perch the Foe, knowing that you have to kind of like keep trading. Like if you don't get a kill, you can't give them a kill. Like turn 1 is huge in Perch the Foe. If you deploy poorly in Perch the Foe and you don't get first, you're kind of screwed. You're now down 4 points. Potentially 8, because if they just move up and shoot you from afar to kill that unit and don't really give you anything in return, you're now going to be down 8 points. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of bad. So that was the game. It was again fun game. End of day 1, we went 3-0, and I think Admech is not this detachment is not a huge threat with this Shadow Legion list, but you can tell 3 games. This is like, I think I run 3 or 4 games before this tournament, and this is like the 3rd game the same day running the same list. There's nothing that I would change about what I did here. The only thing you guys saw was the ponies or the dogs running up turn 1 for no fucking reason. Like the dogs really should have just waited there, and then when I was going to commit, I could have just launched 1 or 2 dogs into that point to try and finish off that point, those guys, and then pile into the tank, and then at least he couldn't get back onto the point. So that would have helped me with hold more on turn 3. So if I could have held more on turn 3, potentially on turn 4, that would have got me, again, I still got 50 out of 50, but I'm saying if I didn't get 50 out of 50, that would have helped out with getting a hold more on those points. I only missed out by 1 point. See, I got points every single turn, and I still only ended up with 39 out of 40 for secondaries. But it's a great game. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Shadow Legion, what you're looking forward to, what your favorite units are in Shadow Legion. And there's going to be one more battle report against Custodes going out into game 4, top of turn day 2. And then the other 2 games are streamed going against Orcs, which was a super fun game on War Games Live, and the other one was on Trevi Live, Tactical Tortoise. That was game 6. So those 2 I don't think we're going to be talking about, but I'm going to leave in the comments below in the description so that way you guys can check those out if you're interested. They're really, really, really good tactical, informative games, so you should check them out if you're going to be playing Shadow Legion. It goes over a lot of tactics with movement, charging, key core rules, so definitely check those out if you are interested. And that's basically how we went 6-0 at this GT. But next game is going to be Custodes, so we'll do that now for you guys. And then all these videos go up on Patreon first. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, if you guys want coaching about Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Demons, Custodes, Death Guard, Grey Knights, anything, you guys can message me. We also have coaches for other factions as well. So head over to patreon.com so you guys can support us, and head over to the merch store because those merch shirts are fucking fire. So guys, I appreciate it. Good luck, and we will see you in game 4 against Custodes Lions. Custodes Lions. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setups that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.